In John chapter 3, Jesus tells Nicodemus, "I assure you, unless someone is born anew, it is not possible to see God's kingdom." So what does it mean to be born anew? Oftentimes, we consider this to be a specific moment. We even have a phrase for this, born again Christian. We sometimes ask, when were you saved? Looking to identify the one moment we were born anew. For some, that moment is clear, but for others, we look at Jesus' statement to Nicodemus and ask the same thing he did. How is this even possible? I have a friend named Douglas who will tell you that there was a time when he felt he did not need God for anything. He had it all under control and life was good. He'd recovered from addiction, he had a fantastic family, and he made a lot of money from his successful career in construction. And he'd done this all on his own. So what did he need God for? One day, out of nowhere, Douglas experienced an onset of Guillain-Barré syndrome, a condition in which the immune system attacks the nervous system. He became paralyzed and was on a respirator because he was unable to breathe on his own. As he recovered, the doctors tried to wean him off of the respirator, but his body had forgotten how to breathe. Every time he tried to breathe without the respirator, he would gasp in a panic and no air would fill his lungs. The doctors were worried that if he didn't gain the ability to breathe on his own soon, it would be unlikely that it would ever happen. As Douglas prepared for a final attempt to breathe on his own, he found himself praying. He acknowledged his fear, but placed his trust in God, believing that God was with him, whatever the outcome. One last time, the medical staff removed the ventilator. Douglas gasped and breathed air into his lungs for the first time in months. And over the next few weeks, he learned to breathe again on his own. Being born anew means seeing the world in a different way, seeing life in a different way, and this allows us to build a new life for ourselves. Douglas would tell you that being born anew isn't just a one-time thing. It's a choice we continuously make to give ourselves to God one day at a time, 1 minute at a time, one nail at a time, and sometimes one breath at a time.